Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
At the end of quite a long day for us, we stayed at work till about 4 p.m. yesterday, just getting stuff done, because that's the kind of people we are.
Yeah, you hear that? Yeah. Everyone upstairs?
We've said it strategically now that we've seen the corporate fat cat roll in.
Yeah, it's a nice little pay rise would go a long way.
No, but it was a big day for us yesterday. We had to stick around for some interviews and whatnot, and then when it all came to an end, we decided, hey, let's relax for a minute. So we, of course, headed down to the pub to have a quick knock-off before we went home. And the table we sat outside, and there was this little leaf of baby spinach, I suppose from someone's lunch, that was stuck to the table right in front of where I was sitting. And it started to, irk me and make me feel uncomfortable. So I've moved around the table into the sun. And yesterday was like 36 degrees.
Yeah,
but I've chosen to sit in the sun rather than sit in the shade in front of the leaf of baby spinach that was in front of me.
Yeah, it's a shocking compromise. I mean, do you get burnt or do you sit with the spinach? How does the spinach feel?
Burns it is. But it started making me think about, things that make you feel uncomfortable that just probably shouldn't.
Well, what's funny is that around the table of the people you're having a few drinks with, it's kind of its own survey study of you're probably one of the only people that would be annoyed by the spinach. But then you look at someone else around the table and they'd be irked by something else that you don't care about. And it always happens,
Yeah.
It just, different things affect people differently and you get a bit grossed out or annoyed by them.
Absolutely. And we're going to open up the text line in just a moment, 0428 927 927. What makes you feel uncomfortable that shouldn't? There is a $50 voucher to Big Shots Cafe Brighton up for grabs. But when I started to think more about these things that make me feel uncomfortable, one that kills me is loose hair. Right, so people's hair on their body is totally fine with that, right? But the minute I see like a strand of hair on a table, I don't know what it is. It grosses me out. I won't even touch it. I'll have to blow it off of the table. But loose hair anywhere, not into it.
Yeah. One thing that is huge as well, I guess, as soon as it's detached from the body, it's no longer luscious. It's no longer a prized possession that people want to plait and braid and touch.
No,
it
absolutely
is this
not.
Gross thing that ends up in people's food, so people get pissed off.
It's like, I don't mind touching someone's skin, but when I see a skin shaving on the table, I'm not going to be happy about it.
No one will. That's one where, absolutely, unless you're a gold member from Austin Powers or Buffalo Bill, you're going to be pleased by seeing a bit of detached skin from someone's body. That's not a rare one. But speaking of the pub and restaurants and all that, though, what about, this isn't like a gross out one, it's just, it more pisses me off when someone yells out, "Taxi!" and someone smashed a glass. It sends a shiver down my spine because I'm like, you're a wanker.
Okay. yeah. But that makes me feel uncomfortable too. Especially because you always think, oh crap, is it me?
Yeah, have I knocked the glass over? Is everyone looking at me laughing from the taxi remark?
Yeah, another one we were talking about off air is food in the sink. Discarded food. Even if it's when you're cooking pasta and you go to strain it out into the sink and a couple pastas go into the sink. Just touching them. The minute they hit the sink, I don't know what it is. It's a clean sink. The food's freshly cooked, but there's something about it. It puts me off.
Something like pasta in the sink doesn't bother me as much if it's vegetables. For some reason, vegetables get me. Other than that, someone around the office here, I did ask them this question before we hopped on air. They gave a really funny one. They said the liquid in yogurt.
Oh, yeah.
Which is one I don't think about, but now that it's in my head again, I don't really eat yogurt much, but now that I look at it, I'm like, yeah, no, true.
Yeah, no, that's no good. Or the liquid you get in a box of feta. When you open that up and it's all on the bottom. We're going to open up the text line now, Adelaide, 0428 927 927. What are some of the things that make you uncomfortable that probably shouldn't? Text here, when you're eating lamb ribs or chops and people half eat it and leave meat on the bone. I don't know, does that make you uncomfortable or is that just annoying you? I could have had that meat.
Angry. That's just a hungry person.
Yeah, hangry. Yeah. Hey, let's head over to Port Nalunga. We got Matt on the line. Matt, mate, what makes you feel uncomfortable that shouldn't?
Oh, guys, I can't handle someone eating next to me within earshot. It kills me. It's like fingernails to a blackboard.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, terrible.
you.
But I don't mind eating around people. Like if I'm in a restaurant, it's fine. It's like one person's eating and I'm there. I just have to get up and leave.
Yeah, okay. Even are all these people you're hanging out with eating with their mouth open, or like they don't eat with their mouth closed?
Oh, like kids maybe, but it's just the sound of it in general doesn't matter if your mouth's open or not.
No, I get you, Matt. Even if they're not chewing with their mouth open, you can still hear it mildly.
Yeah.
There's actually a thing called misophonia. Yeah. Have you heard of that? Where there's a scale of 1 to 10 of how much sounds like that annoy you, and chewing's up there at like number 6 or something.
There
to
you
say
go.
that you got, like a lot of people have it.
Diagnosed by Callum on air,
Yeah,
Matt.
Dr. Cal on the job.
Good on you, mate. Thanks for getting involved.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Hey, we've got Ebony and Andrew's farm. Eb, what makes you feel uncomfortable?
Belly buttons.
Belly
All of it,
buttons.
everything about them.
Wow,
Yeah.
the look, or do you have is it more offensive if you see someone with an outie or an innie?
No, so like I've got like a really deep innie belly button, and like my partner always tries to put her finger in.
Oh, my God.
belly button.
Ebony?
And it's just the grossest thing ever. Like, don't.
Ebony, I get the same thing happened to me. I've got quite a deep little innie belly button. I have a fear of my belly button. I don't mind other people's belly buttons, but my own belly button, if you come anywhere near it, even if you rub the surface of it, I feel like I'm going to gag.
Yeah, it's a black hole.
Ebony, you get me.
You don't know.
Finally, somebody out there gets me.
Ebony, how do you feel about the belly button fluff? Is that just a whole nother ball game, or are you not bothered?
God, don't. 'cause- I think that's way worse than toe jam.
Oh, no way.
Huge
Toe
call.
jam is a huge
Massive
crime.
call. Good on you, Ebony. We appreciate you getting involved.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, let's wrap things up. Kat in Ridgehaven, what makes you feel uncomfortable that probably shouldn't?
It's not me, it's my husband. He has an irrational fear of wooden cutlery.
Wooden cutlery, okay.
right, yeah.
You know what? Especially in this festival time, the wooden cutlery gets used quite a bit.
I agree. Do not like the wooden cutlery. I feel like it doesn't slide on your mouth when you're trying to eat it. You got to like get your teeth involved. I mean, obviously, great for the environment. I'm not saying let's bring back plastic, but there's got to be a better thing than wood out there to use, right?
Yeah, it's even to the point where if I explain it to him, he'll gag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
right.
why doesn't he like it? Is it literally the feeling of it, or is it the
I
pending...
think it is, yeah.
The pending doom you have a splinter when you eat?
Kat, does he bring out his own fork if he's going somewhere where he knows there's going to be wooden cutlery served?
He's really thought about it, but if we go to a festival, he'll just eat it with his hands. He doesn't even care.
Right, okay,
Jeez.
yeah, that's a huge call to make as well at a festival or something. You know, messy hands have to go wash them off straight after. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, the technology just isn't there for wooden cutlery yet. Same as paper straws. We're just not there yet. One
Yeah.
day we'll get there, but right now, Kat, I completely agree with you. It is no good. And Kat, we have a $50 voucher to Big Shots Cafe Brighton coming your way.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so
Nice,
much. We've been
Kat.
dying to go there.
Tom, dating apps are under scrutiny right now, and there's one new weird way to meet people that's getting a lot of traction,
Yeah,
especially
okay.
in Australia, actually. It's getting quite big.
Yeah, what is it?
So it's running
Oh.
dates.
God.
How awful does that sound? And
We've
you know-
gone from salty sips to, what are we talking, run club? Like the
So-
people that get up really early to go running?
Yeah, so there's the idea that you could meet someone during run club, and I'm hearing run club around the place so much now. Why am
Yeah.
I hearing it like it's a
Everyone's
common term?
doing run club
Who
at the
the hell
moment.
wants to do run club?
Who wants to wake up that early in the cold, you're in your little workout gear, and go for a run with a bunch of strangers?
yeah.
I just don't get it.
Because it's not like you can really talk to them. I feel like you're talking to them afterwards, and your general conversation would be, how did you enjoy the run? Good. Yes, well, I'll see you around. Like, surely it doesn't extend to too much from that.
Is this why Run Club is getting so much traction? It's becoming a bit of a singles ground, is it?
Or you reckon all the fiends are going in the run club in disguise?
Straight from the black ball.
Yeah.
Into
Yeah,
the
no, I
run club.
love this stuff. No, the sweat's from running, not the alcohol.
Why are you wearing jeans, mate?
Yeah.
I like to challenge myself.
Yeah, I like the restriction. But no, I do have a mate that actually said, I'm going on a date. in a few days. And I said, oh, very nice. Who is it? Blah, blah, blah. He gets to the crux of it and he says, yeah, we're going for a run. So this is extended outside the run club and is taking a girl just for a run on a date.
Well, that's exactly why I wouldn't want to get a date out of someone at run club, right? Because then you're just going to be going to the gym all the time, going for runs all the time. If you're going to run club purely to find a match, it's probably not going to work out in the long run when, no pun intended.
Yeah.
When you got to keep running after that.
When the facade breaks.
Yeah.
And she says, why do you want to go to the woolshed every weekend? And you're like, well, I just thought we'd intertwine it in our running regime. You know, it's a run to the city, then we can run back to my place.
And then run to your place after that. Tom Callum, just yesterday, we were visited by someone here in the studio that we had the chance to interview, and it'll be coming out soon in the early next week.
Yeah.
But it was the magician Ben Hart.
Yeah. I feel like he's a funny one to interview. We did him last year as well. He's the most magician I've ever met.
Oh, yeah. You'll ask him a question and he'll sort of like turn and look at you mysteriously.
Yeah, everything's really theatrical with him. He's got even I feel like he's got the persona down pat as much as his actual magic. He's very mysterious and enigmatic.
Yes.
Like a strange dude.
And amazing magician. I mean, so good. He's actually a... what is it, like a...
Consultant.
Consultant, that's the word, for Penn and Teller.
Yeah.
But when he rocked up with this, like, big bag, you know, obviously.
They always do. They
full of
always
tricks.
have this whole bag, right?
Yeah. And it was a cool bag. It had his, like, name on it and everything. But he's going through it to grab something out. I think he was grabbing a deck of cards out of it. And you made the gag, oh, what else is in there? Do you put your lunch in there?
Yeah.
And he pulls out a bottle of hot sauce. And he goes, no, I always carry around hot sauce because sometimes I don't like the condiments at, restaurants. I want my own stuff.
Yeah, he had a really good opportunity there to turn around and say, want to see some magic? And then pull out the hot sauce and convince us all that was a trick to begin with. But no, he actually does just carry around that for his lunch, which is bizarre because in a magician's bag of tricks, there's so many different things. You'd typically have, I don't know, a rabbit, a hat, a wand, but this man's rolling around with chimichurri hot sauce.
But what we want to do is open up the text line 0428 927 927. We want to open this up to everyone and find out what weird thing do you carry in your bag. We've got our content director, Sophie, here behind the mic. Sophie, you carried something pretty weird around in Europe.
Yep. In Italy, I couldn't find cracked pepper anywhere, which ruined...
Just the powder pepper?
Yeah, the weird powder pepper, which ruined every single pasta I was excited for. So I just carry that big pepper around.
Yeah. A big...
Yeah, because I use so much pepper. I'm not buying all those little ones. Everything's expensive. It is what it is.
You're not talking about the one that would extend to the size of someone's forearm, like the big restaurant cracked pepper.
Okay, no, not that big, but in between.
Yeah, How big was the bag that you were carrying around? Or are you a magician too?
Yeah,
it just kept going.
That's what it was, yeah.
Well, do you know what was funny? When we talked to Ben Hart, the magician, about this, and Sophie mentioned the pepper, he also said, I do that too.
Which made me...
He's like, I hate pepper. I hate pepper overseas. So, there's a lot more in a magician's bag than what's revealed.
We want to open up the text line here, Adelaide, 0428 927 927. What weird thing do you carry in your bag? It could be a laptop bag. It could be a handbag. Absolutely anything. I mean, half a chapstick.
Yeah.
I've seen people carry around chapstick for far too long. Jeez, it's time to go. Get a new one.
Have a look in your bag right now and see what's in there. I'm sure there's something odd.
There's got to be something weird in there. Text in on 0428 927 927. What weird thing do you carry in your bag? Somebody's texted in saying... spare pair of shoes.
That seems so inconvenient. I can see it if you're maybe bowling extraordinaire and you go to the alley a lot.
No. If you're walking into work, you don't want to walk in like your suit shoes or your heels.
Wear sneakers.
You want to wear sneakers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that. I mean, it'd be a big bag though. It'd be a bit annoying.
This one's funny, Tom. I have a tape measure, does inches and centimetres from Brie.
Well, what about millimetres?
What about girth?
Has it ever come in handy on a night out, I wonder?
Yeah.
Hey, somebody else has texted in here saying, "G'day, legends. I used to have an old PayPal machine. Used to carry around in my satchel bag. Have a great day."
What for?
Yeah.
What
possibly could it be for?
I get that PayPal's still a thing, but I don't know, having a machine for it? It
Yeah.
does seem a bit odd.
Absolutely strange. Somebody else has texted in here, hedge trimmers in my bag at the airport. Oh no. Was using them at a wedding and completely forgot. Once again, what for? What were you possibly doing at the wedding with hedge trimmers?
Just you saw a few snaps of what the garden was going to look like. Oh, I've got to fix this before anyone gets upset.
Let's go to Jaden in Virginia. Jaden, mate, what weird thing have you got in your bag?
Yeah, morning, lad.
Morning, mate. How you going?
Yeah, good, buddy. The steroid cream cortisone, mate.
Cortisone cream.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
the one-trick wonder.
Can you refresh us, Jaden? What's the cortisone for again?
Anything and everything, mate. You get a mozzie bite, slap it on. You get a cut, slap it on. Pimple starts popping up, slap it on, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Multi-use.
right.
It's just the one-trick pony.
Right, what's the? Do you have a moment in your head where you thought, "Geez, thank God I had that cortisone on me"?
Yeah, most days.
Jaden, what is the natural reaction when you go to reach for some cortisone cream and you realise you've run out?
Straight to the chemist after work.
Yes. Oh, after work, you wouldn't take a cheeky smoko and head there during work?
No, probably not, boys. Probably not.
Yeah. It depends on the circumstance.
Won't incriminate himself on air.
Depends what emergency we're talking. Is it a snake bite or a rash on your armpit?
Anything, mate. Like I said, the one for all, man. Give it a go.
Hey, it needs some of that.
Absolutely. Hey, Jaden, congratulations. We've got a double pass to the Sammy D Adelaide Comedy Gala coming your way, mate.
Very nice.
Let's go.
Callum, I am terrible with my possessions, mate. I lose stuff all the time, as I know you do too. And, like...
No.
Thanks for that, yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Gave me heaps. But it's like, it's always important stuff that I'm losing as well. Like my glasses, for example. I went 2 weeks having no idea where they were and just, wearing my sunnies because they're prescription too. And then I found it it's because I place stuff in stupid spots.
Where's the point with something like sunnies where you stop looking for it?
Well, because my sunnies are prescription, they're pretty expensive, so
it's just an ongoing.
It's an ongoing look.
It gets a little bit. The search party diminishes a little bit. It gets a little bit less intense, but you still kind of have it in the back of your head.
Yeah,
like, I'll look occasionally.
Yeah, and due to this, placing things in stupid spots and not being able to find it, I've gone through a lifetime of scrutiny from my mother. Right, if I can't find something, she'll go have a look, and she'll always find it in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Say something like, oh, you've gone and done a boy look.
Yeah, what do you turn around and say? Well, it takes a fresh pair of eyes.
Yeah,
and I don't have my eyes because I've lost my glasses.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. But no, what I would say to that, Callum, is bull honky.
Bull honky, indeed.
There's no such thing as a boy look, right? And I've gone through a lifetime of dealing with this. But, she's not always around. She's not always going to be around to look for my lost possessions. And just last week... this was a clear example of my mum not being around to have a look for me. But no, I was with our social media man, Gavin, up in his office here in the Fresh offices. And we were about to leave to go see Kale and Mags broadcast live from the Garden.
Sure.
And he couldn't find his phone or his wallet. And, Gavin started freaking out a little bit. He's like, where the hell? I just had it looking everywhere. And I joined in on the looking, and we're looking around his office. But what we've done is we both just sort of stood up from our chairs and rotated our heads around and, looked under things, looked under the table. We're not moving anything.
No, that's what you do. That's the initial reaction to not really... Well, you're not going to throw the office up into despair
into a frenzy.
and, chuck papers around and stuff like that. So you do just do a quick little look.
Yeah, absolutely. And after... It's been about 5-10 minutes now we're looking. And... eventually, he picks up this one single sheet of A4 paper, and they're both just under there.
Yeah, jeez.
He just moved that paper, just before we were about to leave.
Yeah. I mean...
it was a classic case of doing a boy look, because neither of us decided to move anything. We just stood up and had a look around his desk and said, mate, I don't know, there's a ghost here or something.
Oh, 100%. It's funny you say the ghost thing, because I've lost my wallet in a similar sort of circumstance to Gavin, where it's been a bit intense, you're rushing out, you need something quickly, can't find it, look around the house, maybe half an hour later, it's sitting on the bedside table. My immediate reaction is not to blame myself, but to blame a poltergeist.
Yeah, it always is. We want to open up the phone lines here, Adelaide. Somebody's texted in, and this is a classic one. I've done this countless times. Looking for my phone, and I'm holding it in my hand.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
I feel like such an idiot when it happens. It's
absolutely.
more common than not.
There's been a time where I've been looking for my phone. I've checked the time on my phone and been like still gone looking for it.
Yeah.
And it was about 5 minutes till I realised, it's in my hand.
Or you have the freak out where you go to tap your pockets, but then you're tapping it with the phone in your hand.
Yeah. You're like, where is it?
Yeah. This one here, classic. I looked for glasses for like an hour before realising they're on the top of my head. Another good one. You're only going to notice when you're looking at a mirror.
Yeah. Do you know how many times I've freaked out on a night out where you've started in the afternoon, so you've got your sunnies.
Yeah.
And then at night out you pop them up.
Oh, 100%.
And then you're like an hour later, like, oh, crud.
Yeah, huge.
Crud.
It's a huge one. Happens all the time. Phone, on a night out, phone and glasses, just keep them safe. Keep them on a lanyard.
Absolutely. Hey, another text here. I left my keys in the ignition, got distracted, and then looked for them for ages. Ended up throwing a tantrum. Misso had to come and found them in the car.
Jeez, you don't want your misso seeing you throwing the tantrum either.
No.
I
hope it wasn't a far drive.
Yeah, when it's in such a dumb spot as well. This one here, my girlfriend has ADHD, so always leaving things under stuff and thinking it's disappeared. If it's in a cupboard or under something, it's apparently gone forever.
Yeah, the classic case of the ghosts that we were talking about before. Another text here. Does this come in from you, Callum? TV remote went missing all day. Turns out it was in the fridge. My kids helped me find it.
I've never actually done a fridge one. I've looked in the fridge because I've heard of other people doing it and I've suspected, but I've never actually gone all the way to chuck something in the fridge.
I have put my keys in the fridge before, and I don't know why. I don't know what was going through my brain.
Once again, blame it on the ghost. It's never the human accident.
Those damn ghosts.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.